Well, this morning we're going to go for a walk from Paphiessa, which is next door to the King Jason Hotel, so the Paphiessa Hotel, down to the seafront. So if you'd like to join us, please feel free to do so.
Welcome to Travels with the Russells. We invite you to join us on our adventures as we explore different countries, their cultures, sites, and significant historic and religious monuments.
We invite you to please like and subscribe to our channel, Travels with the Russells.
So the main road here, the dual carriageway, this road runs through Kato Paphos all the way down and through to Coral Bay. So it's the main dual carriageway connecting the resorts. King Jason Hotel is behind all those trees there. Very, very nice hotel. Corner of it there. The Paphiessa, a bit of an older, more classic kind of hotel, 3-star. So it's not a long walk. There are shortcuts, but I'm taking an indirect direct route. It would be possible, for instance, to cut through and walk down that way to get down towards the seafront, towards the harbour in Kato Paphos. Victoria Suites, new build. On our left is the junior school. Would say playing fields, but as you can see, they're not actually fields, due to keeping them irrigated in the summer. It's very difficult. It's play surfaces generally. Rather cloudy today. It is actually March the 4th, 2022. Early March. Often described as what it is, the big church. So it's the big church in Kato Paphos on the dual carriageway. It's kind of a landmark if you're looking to head out anywhere or you're staying around here. The big church is a good point to kind of know and remember. So we turned left there. The dual carriageway out there is a very regular bus service. You can jump on a bus and head towards Coral Bay or further afield if you wish. There's also a bus to the airport, fairly regular in the season, and there's also buses up and down into Paphos itself, which is up the hill. Certainly in the season, buses are every 5 or 10 minutes, and they run from early morning until around about midnight. Okay, well, the temperature, as I say, it's 4th of March, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's around 16, 17 degrees. Slight breeze. It was blowing a gale yesterday and raining on and off. As you can see, there's actually not much sign of any rain at the moment, but there's a slight breeze, just keeping it a bit cooler than the terrace rentals over there for car rentals here. Looks like the restaurant there, cafe, has closed down. Betting shop. There used to be a big kiosk, but now it's just a betting shop. Betting shops all over Cyprus. They love gambling in Cyprus. So, the entrance to the school down in Kato Paphos. This is Constantiniou Street. It's a main thoroughfare down into down towards the harbour there, and down towards Bar Street. Mickey's pub on the left, open in the season. There we go, opening on the 5th of March. And again, at the moment, still, you are required to have a safe pass to enter establishments, supermarkets, restaurants, etc. The Almond Tree restaurant here used to be lovely, closed down. Don't think it's reopening. The swimming pool there is for the Nereus Hotel, and the Nereus, or the Nereus, is closed for the winter season at the moment. But I did speak to the owner yesterday, and Kostas told me that he hoped to be reopening in mid to late April, or at the very latest in May. So watch this space. I know there's including myself, a lot of fans of the Nereus Hotel, and Nikki and Costa that own it. COVID's hit them very hard. There we go. This place here used to be Namaste's, and before that it was Papa George's. But again, it's been bought now and somebody's converting it and making it into another kind of restaurant. Romanian, evidently. Right across the road we've got Mr. Wu's Chinese Thai and a cash point machine. Cyprus Mobility for your mobility needs, mobility scooters. There's the number, give them a ring if you're looking for mobility equipment. They'll even pick you up at the airport in their adapted vehicles if you require. Next door we've got the Britannia. That's a run by a Scottish guy called Neil. Nice chap. Entertainment most of the time on in the season. Carver Crossroads there is a alcohol importer who imports specialist whiskies, etc. If you like rare and exotic whiskies, then good guy to see. Crossroads kiosk, 24-hour kiosk. You can get your milk and bread, newspapers, etc. there. Georgia restaurant, great if you like mez bar, mez restaurant. Just take a little detour up here. On the corner here is the first and last pub. Again, it's early March, so some places are closed for the season and will be opening probably for the Easter time. Winter time is obviously a time when these places all get a chance to remodel and spruce up. Black Beauty bar. This was actually open the other night. The 60s. Again, tends to open on a weekend, the 60s bar. Across the road we've got the old fishing shack. And if you're wondering why the signs of the... why there isn't any signs on a lot of these pubs anymore, you know, you'd normally expect a bit like Alexander's there, but anything that stuck out, the mayor of Paphos came down and removed loads of signage. He just didn't like it or whatever, I don't know. It's a crazy place sometimes. No idea. Pastel Tail Paphos, don't know. Don't know at all. Straight down here, on this road we're walking forward on here, is the Saphiana Resort, Sophia Resort. A large resort hotel, 4-star. Coming down here, past the first and last. We're heading towards Bar Street. I've got another video on Bar Street. Bar Street, to be honest, needs bulldozing. It is a disgrace. Steakhouse here. A lot of the tourist places have set menus, often very good value for money. Alcos Hotel and Apartments and Friends Bar. Friends Bar again in the season has a lot of entertainment on. Okay, Club Rainbow. Rainbow Club is a nightclub. Opens kind of midnight until about 4 or 5 in the morning. Tiny little entrance because the nightclub is underground. A lot of the pubs here on Bass Street are closed down full time. They won't be reopening. One that will be reopening is Baywatch, that always opens for the season. It's a nice place. It's a shame it's on such a disgraceful street. I'm not going to take you up Bar Street. As I say, I've done another video on that. If you want to have a look at Bar Street, please find the other video. The Robin Hood pub. Again, it's okay. And this tavern here, Demetrius, been here for a long time. They have kind of traditional entertainment, set menu meals, very large place. Across the way we've got the Delhi Gate, authentic Indian tandoori, not been. There is now an awful lot of Indian restaurants in Kato Paphos. Flintstones Bar, been around again for a long time, 30 odd years to my knowledge. Looks like it's getting a bit of a revamp. Dionysos Hotel, again a hotel that's been around a long time, one of the original hotels in Kato Paphos, open all year round. Again, some of the restaurants have closed, and some were closed before COVID, others have been forced to close with COVID. They financially couldn't stay viable. no tourists, and a couple of winter seasons of COVID have seen the demise of many businesses, sadly. Okay, well, you can probably see down here we've got the sea coming up, so it's taking what, 10-12 minutes, not walking particularly quickly, strolling down, looking round. So it's a 10-minute walk from the Paphiessa King Jason Hotel down to the seafront, down to the harbour. Tea for two, popular restaurant. As I say, it was very windy yesterday. The sea was very rough, huge waves, so there's a bit of a tidy up going on. See seaweed all over these, all over the place. Seems to be building some kind of decking area down there for some reason. Currently, the law in Cyprus states that you should be wearing a mask at all times, unless you are sat at a restaurant or eating or drinking. It's kind of a joke because you'll rarely see people walking around with masks on. Certainly if you go in a supermarket you have to have a mask on. The rules say that you don't need to wear a mask if you're taking exercise. So if you were stopped, you would just say, well, I'm taking my exercise, I'm walking. And of course you need to remove your mask to eat or drink, so you don't need to wear a mask then. The restrictions are getting less and less. I believe on the 8th of March there's a new set of restrictions, or lowering the things like isolation, and certainly flying into Cyprus, no tests were required, but you do need to have your safe pass, proof of vaccination, proof of booster, which they don't actually tell you about that, but when we arrived they asked to see proof of booster vaccination, not just that we'd had two, and they were quite insistent on that at security at the airport. You see the sea's still quite a little bit rough, nothing like it was yesterday. Okay, so that's a walk down from the Paphiessa, from the King Jason Hotel, two hotels there, to the harbour area in Paphos.